by the teenager who clocked up a record by cycling 12,000 miles from
12,000.
I'm Ben, and at 18 years old I set off from the UK on my bike, aiming to go and visit my dad's side of the family in Australia for the first time. 1 year later, I've passed through all these countries along the way and I'm here, for the grand finale and the last month on the road. So to get from Indonesia to Australia, I'd taken my bike Solange to pieces, put her in a box, and now all there was to do is to reassemble her and head down the east coast, 1,000 miles to where my family were waiting. So this is it, I'm on Aussie soil. How easy is that? So there's my first glimpses of Australia and it's mad. It's like America and England mixed together. Ta-da! Solange is back together. First Australian mistake, and I've left my helmet back at the thing. You can apparently get a $113 fine. So while up in Cairns, I headed to both the Great Barrier Reef and the local rainforests, which are the most ancient in the world and are home to some pretty dangerous inhabitants. So in the north of Australia, there's loads of crocodiles, and so we've got to try it. It actually does taste like chicken. I then headed south, where I met 87-year-old Kurt Roth, who introduced me to his beloved 2-metre long spear gun. He used to go down 30 feet down, so that's like 10 metres. Take the gun.
You get half a dozen sharks behind you. I have a line, a bullet behind me with the fish. You have to turn and jump on your back. As soon as the shark turns around, you just pull it out of his mouth.
Fighting with the shark.
Really
To look at this, the legendary photo with the very spear gun that we've seen, with that massive grouper. After moving to Australia from Germany, the Roth household was now filled up from a lifetime of collecting shells, butterflies and different species of palms. There's the bigger ones in here.
Oh, there's even bigger than this. They can't fit in the cupboard.
So this garden even has coral garden,
That's
carefully
a soft coral.
preserved.
That's a soft coral.
When I left Kurt's house though, there were still plenty of new species for me to meet. Okay, it's gone dark, as I knew it would, but that's alright with me. And check this out. The biggest snake I've seen on the whole trip. Oh, it's massive. That's wider than my wrist. That's a big, juicy one. And then as soon as I looked down, then I just felt something on my leg. And I was like, ah! It is raining quite a lot. And I'm going to try and find somewhere to camp. It's a little bit grim. I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. So this area is one of the world's biggest producers of sugarcane, and I learnt about how this industry was made possible through Australia's very own slave trade, which continued into the 20th century. And to fill the labour shortage after sending home all the labourers, they got in people like Anthony's dad, and there's the cane knife that he used. Forest then reappeared along the roadside, and I spent the days praying to see the enigmatic cassowary, the second biggest bird in the world, which only lives in Australia and New Guinea. So I've come to my friend Ingrid's house because I've been searching for cassowaries. Yeah, they're super rare, but apparently she gets them here sometimes. I've been here for 1 hour. And look. I cannot believe it, they're super rare. After cassowaries, it was crabs, as a man called Lindsay invited me to stay at his camp and go and catch giant crabs for breakfast.
This is my workshop here.
Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff, mate.
Excellent. I love it. Whoa. They are huge. And welcome on board. Hey, we got one. Female or male?
Male.
We're good.
Fish.
That's a big boy. Then, mentally and emotionally fulfilled and with my belly full of crab sandwiches, I had to get some serious miles in. Kangaroos. Loads of them. Up there, over there. After a few more days camping in the bush, I made it to the city of Townsville and was welcomed to stay again, but this time by the world-famous coral scientist Charlie Veron, credited with naming 20% of the world's coral species. Oh, hey!
It's lovely to know that people like you exist still.
And thank you for showing me around your house and your stories. Most of all the stories.
Next time, take a week.
I just got bitten by some ants on my feet, and I then looked it up, and my one said can cause anaphylactic shock in sensitive humans. My feet hurt so much right now. I've just been heading along this long and lonesome road when I've bumped into the infamous Swagman. Introduce yourself.
Today, I'm number 5 of the Australian Swagman, and I've been swagging on the highway for about 41 and a half years now.
We've got the swag, that's the bedding, the house, and then in here we've got a bit of food. You got your pan. Great to meet you, man. Great to meet you.
You too, mate.
What an awesome place.
This is a saxophone gig. When you're sitting around the campfire, you need a billy ditch.
That's for the... Camping in Australia has stopped being fun now. I'm in the tropics right now and it's so cold. I can't even sleep. But the benefit is I get to see the sunrise, which is going to be beautiful. Morning. So yesterday I did 99 kilometres. I need to be doing 110. And I really hope I don't have to cycle in the dark. I tell you what though, when you're sitting here miles from nowhere and drinking your steaming tea out of a yoghurt pot, watching the sunrise, you do think that I am the master of the universe. Cheers. This is where I camped last night and I have 2 more sleeps before I reach Caloundra, I reach my family, and this whole crazy Soul Cycle trip is done and dusted. Yeah, I can't wait to see my family, and I also can't wait to go back, see my friends. I can't wait to start uni. But even though I know recently I've been doing crazy hours in the saddle, it's been cold, still loving it, you know. And yeah, just really grateful for having been able to do this, to have this freedom. I'm gonna miss this. My nice curry, my nice burner to warm my hands over. But the best thing of all, which you cannot see with a camera, the stars in Australia are ridiculous. So I've bought a bag of flour and I'm gonna make chapati. It's so good. Onions, garlic, a whole chilli, and then you dip that in your curry.
Woo! And here he is! Here is Ben! 30 countries! City shirt on, which is going in the wash in a minute. Look at that size of that flag. We're still going to be doing our date nights.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have.
A teenager from Leicester has become one of the youngest people ever to cycle solo from the UK to Australia. He set off from home last August to travel 12,000 miles, raising money for charity along the way.
That's an astonishing distance, isn't it? And he finally reached his destination yesterday. Well, I caught up with him earlier from Brisbane and started by asking him how he felt completing such an incredible feat.
It's absolutely surreal. I mean, it's been a long time coming, and cycling, you spend a lot of time in your own head, banging out the miles, and so thinking about this moment and being here at my family's house where I've ended the trip is very bizarre.
And if you want to keep some of the Soul Cycle's photos and stories on your shelf, check out the 31 Spokes photo book, with half of the profits going to the 3 charities.